Wow, good morning and welcome to this beautiful month of September. And this is Dialogue Box on Blossom Nigeria. We are making progress. We have already given us some areas that we'll be looking at this week. Yesterday we talked about the life of Yahaya Sharif Aminu, who has been condemned to die in Kano State, and we appealing to the Kaduna State Government and to the Sharia court to let him go and maybe give him a caution or warning or whatever can help him not to go in that route again, because he said he sang a song that was blasphemous to the Prophet Muhammad. But this morning is a beautiful month of September. We are excited and you can see everywhere is bright and sunny. So now that we move on, we are all geared towards talking our nation in the right direction. So we'll be talking about the implications of forming the new Nigerian Bar Association, that's the NNBA, on the Nigerian Polity. That was the move that a body of lawyers from northern extraction made after the invitation that was sent to the Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai was withdrawn by the Nigerian Bar Association. So the question is, what is the implication of this move on the polity? Is it really needed? Are there other means by which they can resolve the ongoing, let's call them disagreement and tension in the Nigerian Bar Association? So these are the issues we'll be looking at. And don't forget that whatever it is we are doing is all geared towards one direction, making up our minds that we are contributing our quota to nation building, profiling solutions, and talking the nation in the right direction. All right, so I'll just give you some background details and we'll move on from there. You can reach us on 080-3088-7339 and 090-5252-5107. You can also give us your comments and your opinions if you can call. Then you can reach us on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe and share. Then you can also get across to us on our website, www.BlossomNigeria.com. So with all that we are doing is all geared towards making sure that Nigeria moves forward, and no matter what the issues have been in the past, we can never, according to that line from the national anthem, we can never forget the labor of our heroes past, and we must work towards a better Nigeria. All right, so the background details we are going to give you just for us to take off from there. We have it that a new body of lawyers, that's a new Nigerian Bar Association, NNBA, has notified the Attorney General of the Federation, that's the AGF, Abubakar Malami, of its existence. So the new association said its formation on Thursday, August 27, followed the alleged failure of the Nigerian Bar Association to uphold national unity in its recent decisions. So two Kaduna-based lawyers, Nuhu Ibrahim and Abdulbasit Suleiman, announced the formation of the NNBA following the NBA's withdrawal of an annual general conference invitation to the Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai. This was among other factors and other grievances. So they informed the AGF of their plans in an August 28th letter signed by Ibrahim as Convener 1 and Suleiman as Convener 2. So the question is, despite the issues raised, is there really any need for the formation of this new body? And this is talking about the body that constitutes the lawyers, all the lawyers in Nigeria, now coming up with a formation of a new body. So what is the implication of the formation of the NNBA on the Nigerian polity? So these are more in this edition of Dialogue Box, and you can call us and reach us now. The more information we have is that according to the signatories to the letter, the formation of the new association has become imperative. That's according to the signatories, and expedient, especially flowing from the activities, the disposition, and most recently the decision of the Nigerian Bar Association National Executive Committee, which apparently failed to take into consideration the national interest and particularly do not promote the unity of the indissoluble or a Nigerian body that can never be dissolved. That's from the signatories to the letter for the AGF, the Attorney General of the Federation. So they also said that the new Nigerian Bar Association believes in the ideals that bound the country together as echoed in the national anthem, and that they also informed the AGF that, according to them, they told the AGF that you are, however, to be informed that work is in progress with regards to all the nitty-gritty of the formation of an association such as this, to which we shall keep you updated. So in other words, they are really bent on seeing to the full operation of this new association, this new body. So both men said that they and other like minds were consulting with very senior lawyers of the northern Nigeria extraction and those practicing in that region with a view of constituting the board of trustees and for the purpose of fixing a date for formal inauguration of the association. Then, while some lawyers have seen it as the right move, considering the circumstances that led to the formation, other lawyers from practicing in the northern states also offered their divergent views on the move. So to them, there is no need for it. Two senior advocates of Nigeria, Malam Yusuf Ali and Rafiu Lawal Rabana, they have sued for the unity of the NBA, while Jibrin Samuel Okutekpa, is also a son, but he's the one in charge of the Arewa Young Lawyers Forum, told the press that the constitution is on the side of the new association. Then we also have it that the new NBA president, Olumide Akpata, who was sworn into office for a two-year term on Friday, August 28, stated in his Twitter handle that the NBA is facing threats to its unity following unresolved issues on the credibility of the national officers and the elections they held on July 29, 30th and 30th of this year 2020. So now the question is, the NBA leadership had been dominated by senior advocates of Nigeria, SANS, until this 47-year-old Olumide Akpata won the presidential race by a landslide. So he defeated two SANS, that's Dr. Babatunde Ajibade and Mr. Dele Adesina, to become the first elected non-SAN president of the NBA in 22 years. And when we are talking about SAN, we are referring to the senior advocates of Nigeria. So despite these moves, Adesina is faulting the election process and is alleging that the election was manipulated. So maybe these are some of the reasons that led to the formation of the new Nigerian Bar Association, because he said there were lots of other grievances. Then, though the NBA Board of Trustees, they've agreed that the election was not perfect, the NNBA is set to exist alongside the NBA in its bid to also make a statement following the Kaduna State Governor's Nasir El-Rufai's withdrawal by the NBA of the invitation to speak in the association's just concluded conference. That's their annual general conference are held in Kaduna State. So with all of this, you can see that a lot is actually going on in the NBA that is not suitable for the image of the nation. And with this, we can see that quite a number of factors are actually not working for the NBA, and a lot needs to be done to resolve the issues. So with the formation of the NNBA, is this going to solve the tension in the NBA? Is it going to solve the perceived, when they said the election was not held, to look into the grievances and the concerns that are being raised? But the formation of the NNBA, will it give room to the full solution of these ongoing issues? So these are some of the things we are considering in today's edition of, Dialogue Box on Blossom Nigeria. So we'd like you to call in, to send in your thoughts and your comments on what do you think should be the way forward, considering the fact that this is a body of law supposed to stand for integrity. They are supposed to stand for the rule of law. They are supposed to stand for maintenance of law and order. So we shouldn't be hearing such stories from the NBA and hearing that a new body has been northern solve these issues and rebrand the image of the NBA, because if the image is fully, let's use the word damaged, then that's a lot, and people will not even believe in the integrity of lawyers in Nigeria, and that is not good enough. So whatever needs to be done fast so that it can be resolved, and other areas can also be looked into to make sure that the grievances are solved. So for the new Nigerian Bar Association, the AGF, telling him that they are fully in existence, it's not just a rumor. That's also a very, very key factor that needs to be looked into. So the question is, should the AGF grant their application to fully exist alongside the NBA? So if he does that, what is he saying? And is he kind of giving credence to the fact that what is going on in the NBA should just be left to continue like that? And that is also, like we said last week when we were looking at this from the angle of the withdrawal of the invitation letter to the Kaduna State Governor, we said it's like a microcosm of what is happening in the larger electoral body, where we still have some issues here and there. But if the NBA can really nip in the bud some of these concerns, then it can do a lot to assure Nigerians that things and the right moves are being made to resolve these ongoing challenges and these ongoing concerns. So wherever you are, you can send us your thoughts on 08030887339 and 09052525107. You can actually call us and let's hear your views and your thoughts on this. All right, now with all of these that we have said, we also know that in the northern region we still have lots of concerns that are being raised, that if lawyers now become on the regional angle and they now form this body based on the northern region, does it now also give room to lawyers in the southern part of Nigeria to also form their own Southern Association of Lawyers, which has already brought about a full division of the Nigerian Bar Association speedily? All right, we have a call coming in right now. Let's. All right, you are welcome to Dialogue Box on Blossom Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much, ma.
All right, so we're asking about the formation of the new Nigerian Bar Association. Now, do you think it's a body that should exist alongside the NBA?
Okay, thank you for the question.
Okay.
Actually, the Constitution provides in Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution that everyone has the right for, an association to form an assembly.
Okay.
That every person shall be entitled to assembly freely and associate with others. And in particular, he may form or belong to any political party, trade, union, or any association for the protection of his interests.
Okay.
So this section allows that. The Northern Nigerian Bar Association has come to be and will soon be inaugurated as supported by Barrister Nuhu, Ibrahim, and Abdulbasit, Suleiman, acting as the conveners.
Okay, so with this formation, and if it is fully approved, will it not lead to the full division of the Nigerian Bar Association? And don't you think that will be a slight on the integrity of the body?
It will not, because the NBA was incorporated by the CAC.
Okay.
Even if Section 1 of the Legal Practitioners Act allows every lawyer to belong to NBA, it's against Section 1 of the 99 Constitution, which says that any law, any organization, any other rule that is inconsistent with the 99 Constitution, the Constitution, will be upheld. So the Northern Nigeria Bar Association is in consonance with the 99 Constitution. So it is not a wrong idea. They are free to belong to any other association apart from the Nigerian Bar Association.
Okay, so that means that belonging to the Nigerian Bar Association is not binding on Nigerian lawyers.
It's not binding. We are free to have as many associations as we want, as provided by the 99 Constitution.
Wow, that is a very interesting point. So now moving forward, don't you think that working towards the unity of Nigeria, and when we talk about unity of purpose, don't you think this will also bring about divergent views on different issues that have to do with nation building?
It will not actually, but when we talk of that, actually the Nigerian Bar Association, they are not supposed to, to stop Governor El-Rufai from attending the association, because it's against his right to fair hearing. And now that it has been done like that, because of his full all the Nakalo Esquire, so it's full for long. And if this was done to the governor, it ought to be done to all other lawyers, all other invitees. But it was as if the kind of malice aforethought against the governor. So if they decided to form their own association, I don't think there is anything wrong with that.
All right, thank you so much.
Any other ill feeling will not, be emotions. They will not be based on the law.
Okay, all right. So now, your last word for the body of lawyers in Nigeria, when we are looking at how to make our nation better and stronger, just give us your counsel to the Nigerian body of lawyers at this point in time, considering the tension in the Nigerian Bar Association, even with the formation of the new Nigerian Bar Association.
My advice for them is that they should continue to consider the sections of the Constitution so that they don't go against, some provisions in the Constitution. Now, the NNBA has come to be, which is supported by the law. So all we need to do is to watch out. If we actually want to remain as one, with the nothingness, we should follow the law at all times. Now that it has come to be, and we just have to accept it.
All right, and that's the Attorney General of the Federation is also bound to accept them too.
Yes, because the Constitution is still very valid in Nigeria.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much to caller, and you are a barrister from the way.
I am.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you are calling from?
I'm calling from Nigerian Law School, Abuja.
Abuja, you are welcome. Thank you so much for your views. We really appreciate it. Thank you, ma.
All right, thank you.
All right, okay. All right, so that was Barrister Carol calling from Abuja, and she said she's calling from the Nigerian Law School. So we can hear her views, and she's saying that the new Nigerian Bar Association has every right to exist. They are backed by the Constitution. So if they are backed by the Constitution, they can body of lawyers that can stand and talk for Nigeria, speak for Nigeria at every point in time. And do we think that at this point in time, Nigeria needs several bodies of different bodies of lawyers forming from different regions? Do you think this should be the way forward for Nigeria right now? Because we are suing for peace. We are suing for one house, one body, and unity of purpose. So if we are doing this, why should the NNBA come to be? But like she said, they have the right, definitely. But beyond the right, is it also, can we balance it with the right environment and the circumstances that are fully operational in Nigeria right now? Caller, the name should rather, just a second, the name should rather be SBA, Sharia Bar Association, or MBA, Murik Bar Association, not NNBA. But from what they said they are new Nigerian Bar Association, and they have not stated that they are just a body of Muslim lawyers. I think they just said most of their members will be from the northern extraction. That means it will be more of a regional based body. But from that, is still new Nigerian Bar Association, not Sharia Bar Association. All right, then we still have some concerns coming in from the election of Olumide Akpata. That's the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, which a lot of them are of the opinion that his emergence was not, the election was not properly done. It was flawed. The process was not straightforward. Several concerns, and even Mr. Adesina has said that he is not happy with what happened, and he is ready to oppose the result of the election. Even though Mr. Olumide Akpata is the youngest NBA president so far in 22 years, is the only non-SAN member that is a president of the president of the Nigerian Bar Association. Even with that landslide victory, a lot of them are still not happy. So we are saying that the NBA should put its house in order, because if this unresolved all right, sorry for that little hitch. We had a call coming in. I'm sure he will call back. So we are now talking about how the NBA can put its house in order so that they can resolve some of these issues, not just for their own sake, but for the sake of the entire Nigerian nation. Don't forget that whatever goes on in such a body will also have a voice in the international scene, and we don't want such things to be identified with Nigeria, but rather we should see to it that we have a body of mature lawyers who are willing to work with the Constitution and are willing to maintain law and order in all that they do. Very, very key point. All right. So wherever you are, you can still talk to us. We can give you a few more minutes to call. You can send a message. We have a call coming in now. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. You are welcome to Dialogue Box on Blossom Nigeria.
Thank you.
Okay, is this our guest, Barrister Prince Uzemi Olumuagbodo?
Yes.
Okay, because your number is not reflecting. All right, we can have you now, sir. What's your take on the current tension between the Nigerian Bar Association and even with the formation of the new Nigerian Bar Association?
Well, with the NBA can be seen as a microcosm of the Nigerian issue.
Yeah.
When I say the Nigerian issue, I mean the Nigerian situation where the politics of tribe, religion, and region come to fore. So, unfortunately, the NBA has been caught in that web where lawyers are beginning to look beyond or to forget their professional training to start looking at issues not from the angle of merits or the merits of that issue, but from the angle of what tribe or what religion is the person that we are talking about from.
Okay.
Now, the genesis of the mini MBA crisis, if I may call it so, came from the invitation of the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, to be a speaker, one of the keynote speakers at the MBA conference. And the majority of lawyers felt that that wasn't right it wasn't right to invite Nasir El-Rufai because of his record, his human rights record with the Southern Kaduna crisis, with the Shiite killings and all of that. And they felt that a better speaker would have been Mr. Zulu, the governor of Borno State, who is right now doing so well in the fight against Boko Haram. So lawyers came up with a petition that hundreds, if not thousands of them signed. And due to the pressure, the NBA had to withdraw the nomination given to Malam El-Rufai to speak at the conference.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be an ordinary issue, an issue that shouldn't have connotations beyond whether El-Rufai was fit to speak at the conference or not. That should have been the issue to have been looked at. But suddenly, the issue degenerated to an issue of tribe, region, and religion. Suddenly, accusations started flying back and forth that the Christians and the Southerners, they were trying to take over the NBA, and they didn't want the Muslims to participate. And a lot of us felt like, no, that can't be the situation, because even among the speakers, there are a lot of Muslims and Northerners who are among the speakers, the other speakers at the conference.
Yeah.
For example, the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the host of other northern speakers were also billed to speak at the conference, and they also spoke. But the agitation refused to die down, even when level-headed lawyers like myself pointed it out to them that there is nothing here about religion or about region, but this is simply a case of lawyers saying that this man is not fit to speak at the NNBA conference because of his human rights record. So the issue just went on, and the next thing we heard was that two lawyers were going about trying to form what they call the new Nigerian Bar Association and all of that. So that basically that's the genesis of the problem. My view on that is that one, as lawyers or as individuals in this country, they have the right to freedom of association. So they actually have the right to form whatever body that they want to form. You can't deny them of that right. The only thing I would add is that if you are going about that process of trying to associate with whoever you want to associate with, the first thing is to denounce your previous membership of the association that you no longer want to belong to. That means that if you no longer want to be a member of the NBA, you should formally write to the NBA, rescinding your membership of that association and telling them that I do not want again to be called a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. Then after doing that, you can then start the process of registering or incorporating the association that you want to belong to. Now, none of this was done. The only thing we saw on social media was a letter purported to be written by two northern young lawyers. But the letter was unsigned. That was the first thing I saw in the letter. It was an unsigned letter. So an unsigned letter is, to me, a worthless sheet of paper. So, like I said, one, the NBA crisis, the NBA does not need, we don't need to degenerate to the point of bringing the politics of trial and religion into our affairs by a professional body populated by professionals. Two, anybody has a right to belong to any association that they wish to belong to, but before you do so, you have to withdraw your membership of the association that you no longer want to belong to. Three, after withdrawing your membership, you should then do the proper thing by instituting the proper legal procedures that would bring your association to life, and then you can then scouting for members. You can then start scouting for members. So that's my take on it all.
Okay, so just a quick one, because our last caller told us that belonging to the Nigerian Bar Association is an optional decision. Not every lawyer is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. Is that so?
No, that is not very correct. Yes, it's correct in the sense that belonging to an association is optional. But I can tell you for free that every lawyer called to the Nigerian Bar presently is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, because there's no way you'll be a lawyer in Nigeria without being a member, because part of your membership induction process is to belong to the Nigerian Bar Association. So once you've been inducted and enrolled as a counsel, solicitor, an advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, you're automatically an NNBA member. But I agree with him in this to the extent that belonging to an association is optional. But I know for a fact that every lawyer so-called in Nigeria is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association.
Okay, now a last or a final one before we let you go, sir. So now, looking at the way forward, should we allow, even though they have the constitutional rights to form another body, the new Nigerian Bar Association, but is this something that should be encouraged, looking at the fact that the Nigerian Bar Association is supposed to be the body of lawyers representing lawyers in Nigeria, and they can talk for lawyers in Nigeria? So would you encourage the further formation of more bodies from the Bar Association?
Well, so my own practice of law, I am a laissez-faire lawyer. What I'm trying to say is that I'm a lawyer that believes that everybody should have the right to exercise whatever rights that are ascribed to them. Like I've said before, that any lawyer in Nigeria has the right to belong or not to belong. But the only thing is that you cannot appropriate and reprobate at the same time. So what that means is that you cannot be eating with your right hand, and with your left hand you are denouncing what you are eating. So if you no longer want to belong to the Nigerian Bar Association, please do the proper thing. You cannot be enjoying the rights and privileges of a member of the NBA while at the same time claiming that you are no longer a part of the association. Now, there are a lot of procedures that need to be amended. A lot of regulations that need to be amended to let that happen. For example, as a lawyer in Nigeria, you cannot file a process in court or even sign a letter without affixing the official seal, as a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. So if you say that I am no longer a lawyer, I'm no longer a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, then you should denounce your seals. You should start. You should go procure the official seal of whatever association that you now belong to, and you also kickstart the process of getting these regulations amended. My position is that I cannot stand in a way, or I cannot advocate that anybody should be prevented from either forming or belonging to any association that they want to belong to. But the only thing is that denounce the previous association and stop using the rights, the privileges, the accoutrements of that association. You cannot speak from both sides of the mouth. So do the proper thing. You cannot write on Facebook that I'm no longer a part. But why you still carry the regalia? Why you still carry the accoutrement? Why you still you still have all the rights and privileges of a member of the NBA? That's my position on it.
Okay.
They have the right to do whatever they want to do, but do it properly and follow the right procedures.
You know, lawyers are always talking about rights and rights and rights. So we know that they have the right, but we are saying that it should not be encouraged.
No, I won't. When someone has a right to do something, I won't go into the encouragement or discouragement of that person. It's the person's right. That right is called a right.
Okay, all right.
It is his right to do whatever he wants to do, but you cannot exercise your right while at the same time retaining
definitely, like you said,
the privileges of the association that you are denouncing. That's just my point.
Okay, now a quick one, sir. What will now be the status of the young or the new lawyers that are just called to bar? Which of the bodies will they now belong to?
Anybody called to the Nigerian Bar, like I stated before, is automatically a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. Okay. Because that is the process. The purported letter that was on Facebook was a letter that was even unsigned. So I don't want to give any credit or any weight to that letter. As far as I'm concerned, those ones were just playing to the gallery or playing out dancing to the tunes of maybe some drummers in the bushes or somewhere. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no different bar association. The only bar association that exists in Nigeria is the Nigerian Bar Association. So any lawyer being called to the bar at the moment automatically becomes a member of the Nigerian Bar Association because there is no other existing bar association in Nigeria, so to speak. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir. We really we appreciate your views, and we believe that everybody can see and listen objectively to the fact that it is not just about claiming to have an association out there, but the due process must be followed. Thank you so much, sir. All right. My pleasure. Thank you. Okay, so that was Barrister Prince Uzemi Olomu Agbodo that called us in as a guest, and he also threw some light on some of the issues we have raised before. So whatever be the case, we are saying that whatever is the issue in the Nigerian Bar Association can be resolved. We have, as a nation and as a body of lawyers, they have what it takes. So they should do the needful, they should do the right thing, and see to take care of those who are aggrieved so that they can resolve some of these issues and work on a better, refined, more mature body that can stand for the integrity of not just the body but for the nation at large. And for that, we can say that for this, we are advocating for the Nigerian Bar Association to be stronger and better. We would have taken another call, but because of time, so we'll take some more calls tomorrow. But your comments and opinions can keep coming in on www.blossomnigeria.com and on our page on Facebook. And don't forget to also visit our YouTube channel and be a subscriber. Thank you so much. So, Nigerian Bar Association, put your house in order and let's have a unified body with the full integrity status that it deserves. Thank you so much. So we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, we believe in the Nigerian dream and do the same.